Hey there, do you get stuck with your energy or a little caught up with what is going on in your head when it comes to manifesting? I'm going to give you 3 simple shifts in perspective to help you get really clear in releasing attachments to some of the things that keep you stuck. So stick with me here and I'll share those with you in a minute. Hey there, it's Katie Joy, the Global Butterfly, and founder of theglobalbutterfly.com, as well as Awaken with Love and Rise with Joy podcast. This short episode, and I am making them shorter these days because I realize that the feedback that I'm getting is that you really love these quick little insights to be able to tap into, and you tend to sort of like go through a few of them a lot quicker and easier than if I do a really long podcast. So I'm really happy to do that for you and make it easier for you to win. So today I want to share the 3 Ps in perspective shift that will help you release a lot of the energy that bogs you down and ties you up, and then you don't have any energy left for manifesting. I want to help you release those so that you've got that energy to channel to be able to create and experience a much higher frequency in your life on a day-to-day basis without being hooked into all the energetic quagmire is what I like to call it. So these 3 Ps are crucial and fundamental. So the first one is don't take anything personal. Now, that's a lot more simple than it is to say. It's simple to say, but not as easy to implement. However, if you just remember not to take things personally, it's going to create a big shift for you in how you move forward. Because most people are bumping around in the world with their filter of what the worldview is, with all of the filters of their identity and their attitude to life, the programs that they're running by, their rules that they're running by. And often most people are not actually functioning from a consciousness level of being aware that they're creating. So they feel like life is happening to them and they're in a victim state. And so quite often pointing the finger at you or something that you've done will be a reflection of a trigger for them. And it's easier for them to point the finger and blame you and make it personal about you. Whereas in reality, it's not. It's just you're a mirror. Now, if you have participated in the co-creation of some sort of conflict, the best thing to do is to own it and to take the ownership of that, move through responsibly, take the action to up level and find a common purposeful experience that's a win-win experience. And, if you need to apologize. But most of the time, and you're probably even doing this yourself, so do a little check where maybe you're making it personal about yourself or pointing the finger at someone else and making it personal about them, where it's an opportunity for you to do a little self-audit and see what needs to be released. But definitely when someone else is pointing the finger at you, don't take it personal. And maybe it's a stranger and they've just dumped their stuff on you or they've had a go at you. We've all had those experiences. The best thing to do, don't take it personally. Instead, shift into a field of love, have some compassion. You don't need to be shat on, right? You can actually just have some healthy boundaries, step aside, but you can do it lovingly as well. So here's the second P, to have a shift in perspective so that you have a better experience energetically so you can create your best year yet. And this one is nothing is permanent. Now, this works for both when things are going really well as well as when things are not going really well. So let's speak a bit about both. The first one, let's go into when things are going really well. We tend to, as humans, have this kind of mindset around, wow, it's, I've just got a pay rise for a promotion, or I've just done a product launch and I've made, 10, 20, 50, $100,000. Life's going to be like this all the time. And so then you up level your spending because you're expecting, you kind of think it's permanent. I'm going to be able to have more money coming in all the time. And then you get yourself in a pickle because you haven't really accounted for the cycles and seasons of what's going on or for how life is. And the best thing to do, by the way, when it comes to funds and resources, is always spend less than you earn. Live simply and bank and budget for your extra delight expenses or travel expenses, rather than banking it up on the credit card and purchasing extra things and then going, oh, wow, it's going to be like this forever. I can pay it all off. Now, there is going to be cycles. And so don't get yourself in a pickle, and make sure that you are allowing yourself deep appreciation for the influx, and prepare to move yourself forward to use that money and resources, for example, for banking into. What I like to do is put them into things that are going to earn you even more money. So assets rather than liabilities. Buying things and stuff they've got no value. They've got the immediate emotional gratification, but they don't have any perpetual value of income generation for you. So it's a really good idea, if you're going to have an influx of money or resources, put it back into your business. Or if you're not in a business yet and you want to be, or maybe you don't want to be, then put it into your skill set and learn a skill set, an income generation skill, a high income generation skill that is going to improve your value in the marketplace. That would be a really good suggestion. Now, what about when things are great, for example, in a relationship, the honeymoon period, whether it's a friendship or intimate relationship, things can go really well. You can assume that it's going to be permanent, up or down, but there's cycles and seasons. So just take it with a grain of salt, appreciate being in the moment, and always tune yourself to a frequency of love. I love to anchor every experience to love, peace, and joy, and to be in, rather than taking anything personally and rather than believing anything's permanent, is to just constantly reattach my whole intention for anything that I'm doing, anything that I'm, helping anyone I'm helping out and serving, even handling conflict. I'm anchoring it back to love, peace, and joy. How can I help with this experience for me to raise my vibration and that person as well, or the group collective? So let's speak about the permanency on when things are down, because this one's a critical one, right? A lot of people fall into the false belief that when things are going bad, that it's going to be like that forever. In fact, I can't tell you how many times I've heard the story when tapping into it, and the belief level is, the imagery that goes on is, oh my God, things are really bad. Finances are down and I haven't got the money to pay all my bills. And then they imagine that, oh my God, I'm going to lose my house. And then I'm going to be on the streets. I'm going to be a bag lady at best, or the cat lady without anything, and I'm not going to have anything. I'm going to be poor. That is such a common mental construct that goes on when the belief of something is permanent, and then that whole storyline is created. So tune yourself into a frequency of love, peace, and joy. Make sure that you recognize that even when you have down moments, they're not permanent, they are temporary. Also, when things are going really great, they're not necessarily permanent, but they're temporary, they're seasonal. Don't make things right, wrong, good, or bad. Just enjoy it for what it is for the moment, and let go of the attachment around right, wrong, good, bad, and allow yourself to look at the opportunity of what is a valuable element about this experience. What can I take away from this? What can I learn from this? What can I do better and more effective to move forward? And that can also be in the place of when things are going really well as well. You can be great, this is amazing, and have the self-awareness around what were you focused on manifesting? What were you focused on energetically? What were you focused on creating for the experience? What was the mental mind movie that you now have this in your realm, in your field? And keep tuning into more of that. Pretty cool. So let's talk about the third P, that is an essential shift for a perspective shift that allows you to have more energy to create your best year yet. And this is quit thinking everything's pervasive, and realize that something is contained in a compartment. It can have a ripple effect on other things, but only if you think it's pervasive. So let's say you have a fight with a partner and you're going off to work. If you are self-aware and go, right, I'm going to heal this and create harmony around this conflict, you're going to be able to contain it and realize it's a compartment of what that needs to be connected with. If you do not move forward with self-awareness around this, you're going to be having that internal conflict all the time, going off to work or working with clients or going off to the gym, and you'll have or doing some exercise, or maybe having time with your kids. And any of that, if you're already in a conflict in your head, you're going to bleed that into every other area, and it'll just have a bad day, right? Don't let your mood determine your mindset. Let your mindset determine your mood. And so you'll be able to shift your energy into realizing, right, this isn't my whole life, or everything that is bad, or everything's turned to poop for the day. Allow yourself to recognize, wow, okay, that needs some attention, some healing, and some balancing, and I'm going to contain that. But what am I grateful for today? Let me get my energy up first. What can I appreciate, and who can I appreciate? Maybe about myself, right? I'm speaking for you, sort of jumping into your mind there, and think about, what is it that you can appreciate? What can you be grateful for? What are some gains that you've made for in the day in the other areas of your life? Get yourself elevated, and then you've got the energy to address the conflict or the area of life that you would like to be able to create some transformation in. So those are the 3 P's that I wanted to initiate you to with. Don't take anything personal. Don't believe into anything is permanent, whether it's a positive experience or a negative experience. And 3, nothing is pervasive unless you choose it to be. And you'll know it's pervasive, by the way, because you'll use language like everything, always, all the time. Those words will weaponize yourself against yourself, but it'll also create more conflict in relationships if you're using those words with someone else. You always do this. You never do that. And if you say that with yourself as well, that's going to just bleed into a pervasive state. So let's just move it back and go, in this moment, I haven't created, this isn't the positive experience I want, or this isn't the experience that I'm choosing to have. What am I going to choose that is better and more effective? And get clear around that instead of keep saying, I don't want. Because that's a typical pattern that a lot of people will go into, and then, well, kiss your day goodbye. But we want to be able to get your energy high, right? Into a higher frequency, into a frequency of love, peace, joy, bliss. Imagine a day that has that energy to it more often than not. Would it be amazing for you? Would you create your best day, best year yet? I think so. Give it a go. Allow yourself to shift from taking things personally to letting it go and go, it's not about me, but you don't have to judge the other person either, or yourself, or the situation. Nothing happens to you unless you believe it does. So don't make it personal. 2, don't make it permanent. Recognize it's temporary. And 3, don't make it pervasive. Contain it and isolate it and minimize the experience rather than catastrophizing it. Has this been really helpful for you? I know that this is really, really helpful for so many of my clients when I keep reminding and reiterating it with them. So I wanted to give you the gift of this, my 3 Ps, to be able to have a perspective shift and raise your energy and manifest your best year yet, day by day. So let me know down below if you've loved this. Please help me out with extending my reach to more people, because the algorithm really, really loves it when you let YouTube know, or the subscription know, that you like it by hitting the like button. And please leave a comment down below, and feel free to share this too with someone who you know who would benefit from this lesson and from many of the other episodes and meditations that I provide on this channel. Mwah! Thank you very much. See you next time. And before I go, actually, if you haven't got my free 33-page workbook yet that helps you create your best year yet, then go grab it now. It's no cost to you. It is 100% free. And I guide you through step by step with some powerful questions to help you create your best year yet. If you haven't got that yet, click the button down below in the description box, and you can get that instantly so that you can get started today. I'll see you next time. Mwah! Much love, light, and manifesting miracles, magic, and more. Bye for now.